Okay, start. Hi, I'm stupid. Hi, I'm Braeden, and I'm here with a family practitioner from Providence Hospital. I'm going to interview him today.
Hello, I'm Dr. G. Buttersnaps, and I'm here today to be interviewed by Braeden Ferry. It's actually my first interview with anyone else as a doctor. It's pretty interesting. It's kind of cool. I hope your class enjoys this.
So, what exactly is your career at the hospital?
I am a family practitioner, and so that pretty much means that I focus on general families as a whole, and I stick with a family, and I do a lot of general medicine stuff. Like, you were telling me a story earlier about how you broke your wrists, and I would treat stuff like that. I mean, I wouldn't put you through surgery like you always had to go through. That must have sucked, but I would do stuff like check on you, and I would order your x-rays, and I would I would do stuff like that.
Does your career require a degree in this field?
Yes, definitely. It is so important to do the schooling so you're ready to be a family practitioner. I had to go through college and get my bachelor's degree. I did pre-med, all of that in college. It was pretty easy. Then I went into med school, and total it was around 11 years of schooling. It was pretty intensive, and I definitely had to work really hard to keep up in the medical field of just learning.
Interesting. Along with that, what extras are needed to become a family practitioner? Like, what skills do you need?
Okay, well, to do what I do, you must have all the schooling, as well as your DEA license to prescribe controlled substances, like all of your general medicines.
What are 3 popular universities or colleges that have this career as an option, preferably in our area?
Well, living in Washington and just on the West Coast in general, I would recommend the University of Washington, the University of California, San Francisco, and Los Angeles, of course. They have very good medical schooling, including family practitioner, like my career.
Thank you.
Go Huskies.
So, what is some background information about your career? Like, what are some interesting things about it that most people don't know?
Well, if you didn't know, I don't like to brag about this because being in the medical field is not all about the money, but family practitioners are some of the highest paid people in the medical field. We also are experienced in lots of useful things such as medicine, diagnosing problems, weight and nutrition counseling, managing common complaints, etc. Like, we do really everything on the spectrum, and we're well-rounded as doctors.
It's kind of like a jack of all trades.
Yeah, you're
not like surgeons, but you can. Yeah.
There's a lot of specialized people, but we just kind of cover all of it.
Okay.
At a lower level, of course.
Thank you. So, like, give us, like, an example of your daily day. Like, what would you do?
Well, every morning I go into work and greet my fellow doctors, and throughout the day I take care of any appointments I have with families, and in the free time I either assist with other issues, work with the hospital, or work clinic, which is helping random people that don't have appointments.
Okay, so, like, just give us an estimate on your salary, like, just for giggles.
Okay, well, I don't like to give this out much, but I'll give an average of all the states just to not, like, throw that number out there for anyone. I would say about $227,541 a year, not including tax, of course.
Thank you. So, like, how long do you work per week normally, like?
The average practitioner works about 49 hours, but we can go up to 80 hours with overnight calls, of course, and sometimes we have to stay in the hospitals overnight just to get our morning and our night shifts in. And we only have a few hours of sleep in between some of our shifts, like, so yeah.
Does your career require you to, like, travel anywhere? Like, do you have to go places?
Not usually. I usually stay at the hospital and help people who need it. The only ideas I can think of are more volunteering jobs when you go out of state or even out of country sometimes for, like, big hurricanes and natural disasters.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Question 10. So, who do you work for? The state, the government, are you privately owned, or what?
Hospitals can be owned and funded by different groups, but hospitals where I work are funded by the state, federal, and, it just depends.
Yeah, so, like, the Providence Hospital where you work is funded by the state?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Providence is funded by the state.
Okay. So what are some considerations that you should consider before going into your chosen field? Like some hardships that you may have to bear?
Well, in my experience, it was really hard getting through all the schooling and all of the teaching. About 11 years I had to go through schooling, and it wasn't just I was slacking around for 11 years. It was like straight A's, every day studying for 3 hours, campus schoolwork for 11 years. You also need to be prepared to tell somebody hard news, like people being sick or even fatally ill. And that can be really hard sometimes, so you gotta really consider that and be a people's person to be a doctor. That's one of the most important things, is being able to know who your client is and bonding a relationship with them.
Well, thank you for your time. This was a great interview. I hope to see you around and hopefully not sick or something, but yeah.
As I always say, Guy Buttersnaps out.